Hello everyone, Sheila back. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my channel on this cold, dark, wet, miserable day. You know, our weather goes from one extreme to the other. We've had some lovely days, and then all of a sudden today, and it's never stopped raining this afternoon, and it's horrible and dark and just the kind of weather where you're going to do nothing else but just sit in your house and knit anyway. So that's what I'm doing. I didn't get this sleeve finished on this cardigan, so I haven't been able to do any more of the tutorial until I get the sleeve finished and I can get the wool that I have in the thing. I do have other balls of this, but I'm not going to break into another ball if I don't need to do the tutorial with. But first off, I would just like to thank a lady in the United States. That's Marilyn. She sent me this lovely card. And it says, "People who mean a lot to us are never far away. They're always close in thought and heart." And Marilyn says, "Dear Sheila, I'm so glad I found your channels. Each one offers all your hard work and enthusiasm for all you do." And a little bit more is personal. I'm not reading the rest to you. But then she says, "Much love and gratitude, Marilyn." Marilyn lives in the United States. And you know this, I don't know the difference between the money, but it cost Marilyn, I think it was one on the envelope, I'm sure it said $1.60 to send this to me. And I'm sure that's less than £1.70 that we are charged for a stamp in the UK to send a letter anywhere in our own country. It's cheaper for Marilyn to send a letter, goes all the way across the Atlantic Ocean to the UK. It costs her less than what it costs us to send one in this country. And ours isn't just stopping at £1.70, I think from the beginning of April, it's going up to £1.80. I don't know what to do with the postal service in the United States, where it's a lot cheaper than ours over here. So thank you very much for that lovely card, Marilyn. It's nice to know actually what I mean to people. I don't know. Oh, it's my phone there. I don't know why people think of me the way they do. I don't even know, why they like me so much. I wish I knew. But anyway, that's that card. And I am knitting this thing. I'm just coming up to the shaping on the sleeves. This is just one sleeve because I can do one sleeve without having to do the tutorial for it, because there's two sleeves exactly the same. That was why I started this, because I just took it to my knitting natter yesterday, and then I thought I'd get it finished by last night, but I think I wasn't in the mood for knitting last night. I got very little done. And so I didn't have it finished for the start one of the fronts this morning. And then I had to catch up with my books for we'll be coming up to our new tax year in April. And I hadn't been doing all my books, so I had a couple of months to catch up on, to write down all my incoming and outgoing and everything, to keep a record so I know how much tax I'm going to pay. And it took me all morning I had to sort out part of January, all of February, and part of March. And I had to go through all bills and everything, little slips I get from the post office and everything. I had to hunt them all out. And I keep saying to myself, why don't I do these things as soon as I get them? But I do for a little while, and then I forget, and I just pile all the slips and that, and then I'm hunting all over the house to find where I've put them all, because those little slips are my expenses for parcels and things I post and or it cost me for the postage and things, which I have to put down for my expenses. So it took me all morning to sort that out. That's why I haven't got much knitting done. I haven't really started doing this till well after 3 o'clock, I think it was. But it's all sorted out now. And I am going to do it as soon as I get a parcel or anything. I have to go to the post office or anywhere. I'm writing it down straight away in the book. That's what I say every time, but I never do. So I'm just being careful what I'm doing here, because I'm on the row where you drop the stitch down 4 rows, go down 5 below. You drop down 4 rows and pick up the 5th stitch and then 4 that you've dropped. So I have to be very careful, as I end up making mistakes when I'm talking and doing things like this. 2, 3, 4. Pick it up there. But I never got any the other day. I never got much of my cardigan done. I'm going to be doing some later on today. I'll just show you what I have done. I think since the last time, I think I've done 8 rows since the last time I showed you. And there it is, getting bigger. And I'm up to the point where on the pattern it tells you to do this, the length of it, to 14 inches. And then it tells you to knit 28 rows after that. And I'm saying to myself, why doesn't it just tell you to knit to whatever it's going to measure after those 28 rows? And then I started looking at the front, what I have to do on the front. And I realised it's to do with the shaping on the front is a V. Pick the pattern up, I've got it on the floor here. It fell off the desk. The pattern, it goes a V up there, and the V starts very low down. That's why it must be at the point where you start from 14 inches on the back. It must be something to do with that. So I haven't come to do the fronts yet, but I've just been looking at the pattern for what I'm having to do. And I think that's why it tells you to knit to the back to 14 inches. But then you'd have to mark something there to show that you're at 14 inches. But I think that's where you're going to measure it the same on the front, the 14 inches. And then I think they're going to start the shaping. And then those 28 inches will be added on as part of the shaping as well. You know, that's what I think it is. But I'll find out when I start really actually knitting it. I think after I get to the 28 rows, after what I've done here, I'll measure it and see exactly what the length of it is. Because I'm not sure I'm going to do the shaping where they tell you. I might do it where I want it, not where the pattern says. I do a lot of things like that with patterns, but I can tell just looking at it, the shaping is starting a bit lower down than the actual armholes. That's where I usually start. If it's a V-neck, I start the shaping when I start the armholes. That's what I do, but this one must be further down. So I'll work that out when I come to it. So after I've finished this, it'll not take me much longer now because I'm up to the armholes. I finish that. I'm going to do my 8 rows because that's what I do on this, is 8 rows to the pattern. And I try to do 8 rows every day. And being quite thicker needles, those 8 rows measures quite a bit actually. I'm not actually certain how. It's 2 lots of cables. I'll measure the 2 lots of cables and see if I can work out how many inches it actually is. That's 8 there to there, I think it is. It's almost 3 inches, about 2 3/4 inches, I think, around about that. So it's quite a bit doing those 8 rows, because I am using, and when I think about it, and the pattern tells me to do 28 rows after the 14 inches, but the pattern is done on 6mm needles, and I am using 6.5mm needles because I didn't have 6mm in circular ones. But I think it's working out about the same because I've checked the tension and everything, and I think I've got the right number of stitches for the right number of rows for the size of the needles that I'm using. So I'm going to measure it. When I've done the 28 rows, I'll measure and write down exactly how many inches it is. So I'll put that back down there for now. And that's what I'm going to be doing. Just finish this off here, but I'll be going down to sort my tea out shortly. So but at least I'm a bit warmer than I was. I had to put my heating on today because I was absolutely freezing. I know the temperature wasn't that low, but it must be with the being dark most of the day and the rain as well. It's made it a lot colder, and my hands were cold. I actually went downstairs because I don't usually put my heating on in the morning. If I don't feel cold when I get up, I don't put the heating on until I do feel cold, which is usually about tea time. But my hands were that cold. I think I went down earlier just to make myself a cup of tea, to have something to warm my hands on the cup, because I couldn't knit like I normally do because my hands were cold. Oh, and I thought, oh, and I'm just going to have to put the heating on. So that's what I've had to do, the heating on a lot sooner than what I normally put it on because it just feels so cold. And I'm making sure I'm in the right row for this. Now, I think I've made a mistake along this row. I think I've dropped the stitch down in the wrong place. Or I've done more stitches and I can't wait. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You know, it's in the right place. It just doesn't look right. One, two, three, 1, 1, 2, 3. There's just something not right with this row. I cannot work it out what it is. Oh, I know what I've done. I've dropped the stitch down. It's not on that row, it's on the row below. I've got the stitch in half of the row, the stitch in the wrong place. I mustn't have been taking any notice what I was doing. I'm going to have to pull 6 rows out of plain knitting, probably 12 rows, because it's 6 rows, you go 5, you drop down 5, but there's actually 6 rows that you knit all together with that thing, and it's on the lot below where I've dropped the stitches down as well. So that's 12 rows I'm going to have to pull out and put right. So thumbs up, subscribe before I make any more mistakes. Bye for now. I'll catch you another day.